This video, we're going to be speaking on Tory Lanez getting stabbed inside a prison and the man who did it. May 12, 2025, located north of Los Angeles lies the California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi, California. In 2021, the prison closed its minimum custody facility, meaning its 2,600 inmates were level 3 or level 4. These are the most dangerous levels in California State Prison where race, gangs, and strict politics are enforced with deadly consequence.
It's going down.
The only
California
step above this would be the maximum
Level
security
5 maximum
inmates
security.
housed within the security housing unit, otherwise known as the SHU.
The SHU.
A disciplinary confinement reserved.
God damn, gang. Boy, y'all better look at like this, gang. When all these niggas want to go outside and shoot ops and tote guns and all that, you want to be in the streets and all that, folks, this way you gonna end up, shorty. It's either here or the graveyard, gang. Do this look like a place you want to be? Look at the window, folks. Look at the fucking window. It's concrete. Boy, y'all tripping.
Disciplinary confinement reserved for the prison's most violent, whose only escape from a cell is a human dog cage.
Y'all crazy.
It was 7:20 in the morning
cool.
when 32-year-old Daystar Peterson, who's more commonly known as the rapper Tory Lanez, was violently attacked. TMZ would originally report multiple sources, including a corrections officer, claimed Tory was on the prison yard. But an updated report from a representative of the California Department of Corrections would clarify Tory was attacked within a housing unit.
But he was like, I think this is how it works. So this they sell, this where they sleep, and like, you know, do they thug easy. But for most of the day, I think they can just walk around here and kind of just like hang around, play cards, eat, go talk, do whatever. And then they got yard time. So yard time is when they actually go outside, I think. So I think they said he got stabbed in like an area like this, I guess.
Prison staff rushed into the unit administering
so.
first aid while quickly determining Tory suffered life-threatening injuries, forcing them to call 911. Video would emerge of who's believed to be Tory Lanez landing in a light flight helicopter at Kern Medical Center in Bakersfield, California, an hour-long drive from the prison.
Boy, they want y'all to die up in there, gang. What? It took him an hour in a helicopter to actually get to a hospital? That's crazy, bro.
With that distance, a helicopter was the only form of transportation able to move him fast enough to save his life.
Oh, he got fast in a helicopter.
A message to Tory Lanez's Instagram account would state he'd been stabbed 14 times.
That's crazy, bro.
7 wounds to his back, 4 to his torso, 2 to the back of his head, and 1 to the left side of his face.
I don't know what lungs collapse means, but that shit sound like it hurt. Hold on, y'all, because y'all know I love putting y'all on to that easy money. CashKick.com is a free to use cash rewards marketplace that helps you save and grow your money. This is some of the simplest and easiest ways to make money right now. All you have to do is play mobile games on your phone and you can earn up to $500 per deal. Now remember, I said CashKick.com is free to use, so they will never, ever ask you to send them any type of money. Signing up is super easy. All you need is an email and a password. Once you sign up, all you have to do is download your first offer and start making money. Now your offers and reward amounts can change at any time. So that means you can download a game on your phone, play it for long enough, make $500 on one day, and the next day you can download a whole nother game, play it for long enough, make $300. Next day, same thing. This is some of the easiest money I can tell you about right now. And again, you can earn up to $500 per deal. So this is what I need you to do. Go to cashkick.com, make you an account, activate your account. Make sure you turn on allow tracking on your phone so that the app can actually track how much you're playing the game and earn you some of the easiest money you can make. Y'all can't say I ain't never did nothing for you. God,
both of his lungs collapsed and he had to be placed on a breathing apparatus. Luckily, Tory was breathing on his own, and despite the pain, was talking normally, in good spirits, and deeply thankful to God that he is pulling through. He also wanted to thank everyone for their continued prayers and support. Based on his wounds, it can be assumed Tory was attacked from behind.
That's what I said
as the
yesterday.
majority of his wounds struck his back and behind his head. Initially, no word was released as to who did it, leaving room for speculation. Because this took place in California, the only time someone is stabbed and it doesn't result in a race riot is if they are stabbed by their own race.
Okay, so it's always a riot. See, I ain't know that. It's always, I know they big on race in Cali, but I ain't know like race riot. Race riot is crazy. Do your homework on race riot.
That is the case here.
That's crazy.
Compton rapper Spider Loc would post a conversation with a current inmate at Tehachapi. The man would claim Tory was on a tier full of Mexicans when a Mexican stabbed Tory.
Yeah.
He'd confirmed Tory had to be airlifted
it's about to go
from
down.
the prison,
that's what they were saying yesterday.
and the prison was placed on lockdown. He'd also confirmed as soon as the lockdown is lifted, the blacks will be seeking revenge on the Mexicans.
It's finna go.
What's Gucci?
What's cracking?
They were saying, we seen this yesterday, but they were saying like, boy, it's about to be crazy down there, boy. Like, it's about to be bad.
Oh, God damn.
Tehachapi has a known reputation for being SNY, otherwise known as a special needs yard. These yards are known to house gang dropouts, snitches, sex offenders, and anyone else whose life is threatened by being in general population.
So that's why Tory was over there, because he was in like a that type of thing.
But California has also recently implemented 50-50 yards, half general population, half SNY, to integrate the two prison societies.
Why? Nigga, don't put me in here with these goofies, these weirdos, you feel me? Don't do that.
This goes against strict prison gang politics, mainly for the Mexicans and whites who are allegedly forced to attack any rival or SNY inmate to essentially remove themselves from the yard until they are placed back in general population amongst the quote-unquote honorable convicts.
So, oh my God, are you serious? These motherfuckers is slow, bro. So you telling me they forced to attack the alternative people because it's 50-50. So they forced to attack them because their gang will not allow them to be in the same unit. So I have to attack you to get sent back to general population. So are you trying to tell me that Tory Lanez got stabbed 14 times just so somebody could send him back to the dude who stabbed him, just so he can get sent back to Jam Pop? Y'all crazy as hell, gang. Y'all is crazy, folks. You already in prison. What the fuck do it matter where I'm at, gang? I'm just trying to get through this so I can go home, gang. Y'all tripping.
While general population is deadly, it's controlled chaos.
Right.
And SNY yards can be just as dangerous, if not worse, as the gang politics that keep things in line go out the window and violence becomes rampant.
Right.
It's unclear if Tory was in fact SNY, as that comes with its own bad reputation within prison, but it's likely Tory was placed on a 50-50 yard, and his politics didn't require him to remove himself. Now, Tory's attacker would be identified as 42-year-old Santino Casio, a man with a dark violent history.
Oh yeah, he looked kind of crazy.
On June 8th, 2022, a then 20-year-old Santino, who went by the name Sonny, was heard arguing with his 13-year-old girlfriend. Minutes later,
how old was he?
She was shot in the face with a shot.
Oh yeah, he's sick. See, this the type of people that be in prison, gang. I'm cool. He 20 years old, had a 13-year-old girl, got mad at her and shot her in the head with a shotgun. What the f is going on, bro?
Santino would go on the run for 2 weeks before being arrested. His own family would testify against him in court, how they heard the argument before the blast. A coroner would testify the barrel must have been 4 inches away from the girl's face before it went off.
That's crazy.
An interview from the day he was arrested would be played at trial where Santino admitted to having a relationship with the 13-year-old girl for a month before the shooting.
He a sicko.
The girl was a runaway, while Santino was on parole from the California Youth Authority for burglary. In 2004, Santino would be sentenced to life in prison for murdering 13-year-old Evelyn Candejas and 2 other attempted murders from 2 separate stabbings.
Did you hear what this man just said? He crazy. Hey, bro, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. Y'all tripping.
Or Santino would be sentenced to life in prison for murdering 13-year-old Evelyn Candejas and 2 other attempted murders from 2 separate stabbings. While in prison, he'd be sentenced to an additional 6 years for a prison stabbing on another inmate. And in 2018, he was sentenced to an additional 2 years for possessing a knife in prison.
Man, y'all need to lock. Why he not in level 5 max then? Y'all got this crazy ass in here with me? Hey, bro, listen, and they saying there's videos that's coming out that's showing Megan Thee Stallion step on glass, bro. If y'all want me to react to that, I'll probably do that later today. But it's literally showing Megan Thee Stallion get out of the car and step on glass and lie and say Tory Lanez popped her. But even if he did pop her, gang, I shot somebody in the foot. You gonna put me in the same unit, in the same room as a motherfucker who shot his 13-year-old girlfriend in the head and stabbed 3 people 3 times and what the fuck? What are we doing? I think this nigga broke in houses and you got me like, come on, gang. I'm not supposed to be over here with this guy.
Santino was as dangerous as they come, but his conviction for murdering a 13-year-old girl he'd been dating confirms he was definitely an SNY inmate.
Yeah, he was a sick
as he'd never be allowed to walk in general population without being stabbed or killed.
Yeah.
Why he chose to attack Tory Lanez is unknown. Many questioned if Tory was targeted because of his own conviction for allegedly shooting his former friend Meg Thee Stallion. The fact that he had a female victim, many would assume would be reason enough for him to be hit. Right. But Santino's case is far worse than Tory's could ever be portrayed.
Exactly.
And offers no motive as to why this happened.
Right.
Tory Lanez is expected to survive, and it can also be expected that Santino be placed in the shoe and receive additional time in prison for this attack.
Yeah,
but what is more time than someone who's already serving a lifetime?
Right.
A superstar rapper once on top of the world, now surrounded by killers with nothing to lose.
You got me in here with a nigga who has life for killing somebody, and then he stabbed 2 other people in attempt murder and got more years. Then y'all gave him more years for a stabbing in prison. Then y'all gave him more years for another stabbing in prison. Then y'all gave him more years for having a knife. Bro, lock this nigga up. What he over here with me for?
Because of a stupid decision that changed the entire course of his life.
What the hell?
Tory is lucky to have survived this, and hopefully
I'm glad he
remains lucky enough to survive the remaining years of his 10-year prison sentence. Now, when Tory was sentenced to prison, everybody assumed 1 or 2 things. 1 is his money and celebrity status is going to keep him safe.
Right.
And 2, because he has a female victim, he could be targeted. I don't know if either one played a role in this, but the fact that Tory was damn near killed, right? Because prisons don't call in a helicopter for nothing.
Yeah.
They all have medical units within the prison. Like, if it's superficial, they'll fix you.
Okay.
The fact that he had to be airlifted, his lungs collapsed, Tory almost got killed.
Yeah, it was bad.
This was a serious stabbing. Anytime a helicopter lands, it's serious.
Right.
The fact that he survived this, and the fact that he was hit up in the first place, shows you how real prison is.
Right.
Your celebrity status is not going to protect you. If you're accessible, it can happen to you.
Yeah.
The fact that Tory was on an SNY yacht, from my understanding, doesn't mean he necessarily went PC for protective custody.
He a celebrity, so don't they usually put the celebrities in like their own little...
From my understanding, the black race in California State Prison doesn't have to remove themselves from SNY yards because their politics don't do that.
Oh, okay.
The whites and the Mexicans will not stay on a 50-50 yard. It's required that they remove themselves. The reason they do that is so they don't run into pieces of shit like Santino Casio.
Right, okay.
A man that murdered a 13-year-old girl that he was dating.
I don't want to be in, cause yeah, I get it. Okay, so they on some shit like, get me up out of here. What I gotta do? Fight somebody? I'm cool. Let me get up out of here, cause I ain't finna be in here with dude, and he's a weirdo. He's crazy. This man got mental issues. So I'm trying to go with the regular criminals. Do the homework. I'm trying to go. You feel me? I'm trying to go over yonder. I ain't trying to do that. Oh, do your homework.
General population, they don't want him there. So if he goes there, they remove him.
Right.
But if they get placed into a dorm or a unit where they're surrounded by weird fucks like that guy,
Right.
they gotta pop on somebody to remove themselves.
Right.
The reality is, if Tory was never at that spot
It
around
wouldn't happen.
that guy, this would have never happened.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about general population. Even though it's so strict, it's controlled chaos.
Yeah.
That's why when Spider Loc was questioning his boy inside of the prison, he was asking, was it a gambling debt or something? Did Tory do something? What would cause someone of another race to attack him?
Right.
Because under controlled politics, that doesn't happen.
It don't happen like that.
But
Okay.
in this situation, with SNY inmates, there's no rules and everything is off limits, resulting in Tory Lanez damn near being killed.
Yeah.
But let me know y'all.
That's crazy though. That's crazy. We learned some new shit with 1090 Jake video, and I'm glad he survived, boy. Cause boy, when I'm sitting here really thinking about it. Like Shorty got stabbed 14 times, twin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, folks. That's loco, folks. And that shit sound like it hurt like a motherfucker. Like, man, god damn. Talking about his lungs collapsed. That shit by itself sound like it hurt, folks. Jesus. That nigga, man. And I swear to God, if he going through all this for a bitch who lying, they need to lock her up and give her 10 years on the dead guys, boy. If it really come out and really prove that that girl was lying and he did not shoot her at all, they need to lock that bitch up, twin. Phone them grave.